All right, guys, thanks for coming back with me. I wanted to talk a little bit about calculator use because scientific notation on calculators, if you're not familiar with it, is a little bit different than what you might think. Okay, scientific notation is the times 10 to the fourth. All that really tells you is how many decimal places that you need to move it. And so you're not taking 9.3 and really multiplying it by 10 to the fourth. It's not really how it works. I mean, it can work that way, and sometimes your calculator understands what you mean by that, but it doesn't always if you're doing calculations. So I wanted to talk a little bit about how we do this on a calculator. And this applies directly to the TI-83 and all of these TI-84s. That's what you're looking at right here. But it applies to most of the Texas Instruments calculators. Now, if you don't have a Texas Instruments calculator, you may need to look that up. You can Google how to enter scientific notation on a, and then say HP 560. I don't know what model numbers the HP calculators are, but whatever calculator it is, and it will tell you how to enter that on that particular calculator. We run into issues if we keep doing it like some people think it should be entered. So if we're talking about 9.3 times 10 to the fourth, which is the number that's here, we don't enter that as 9.3 times 10 to the fourth. Now, if I'm doing a single number, that works fine, and I get this number out, and it's not a big deal. But it's not the way that we should work with it when we're doing calculations. It's not really the way that it should be dealt with. Instead, what we need to do is enter the 9.3 part, and then we need to indicate that the number that we're putting in is in scientific notation. So we push the second key and this second EE, which is over the comma on this particular calculator. That EE, I believe, stands for engineering exponent, I think is what it actually stands for, but it's the exponent. And what it tells you is the exponent number that goes with the scientific notation. So whatever's the power of in your scientific notation is what goes there. So 9.3, second EE4. And if you enter that, you get the exact same number. Now it looks fine for that one, but if you do multiple calculations with these, or especially division and multiplication with scientific notation, and you enter it this way, for whatever reason, you end up with problems in your calculator. Now that shouldn't happen, but I've seen it happen if people aren't entering it as scientific notation. So the habit that I think you should have, for the sake of everyone involved, is to use that second EE notation and not put it in as this kind of thing. I don't know exactly what it is that's going on with that. It really shouldn't be doing it, but it does. Okay, so if you're running into issues when you're trying to do these calculations and you say it's off by a factor of 10, it's off by a factor of 100, anything that's 10 to a power, then it's probably something like that. So I needed to make a comment about that and make sure that you understand that's how we're supposed to put these numbers in. I've already talked about how to get it into scientific notation mode and out of scientific notation mode. Now, I'm going to stop here with this part of it. For those of you who are not so comfortable with working with scientific notation, I'm going to have another section where we're going to walk through something that's in D2L. It's called Play the Name Game, I think is what it's actually listed. Oh, the same name game student is what it's actually listed at. It's the same name game. I'm going to record that separately, and then we'll record answers to the in-class practice for this. All right? So thanks for joining me again. I will talk to you again soon. I'm going to stop sharing and stop recording, and I'll see you later.